Hi, this is Steve Jackson. Who's Steve Jackson? How to become a distributor of any product online for profit is quite a goal. But many people out there, they want this. They want this because of the freedom and the independence that they get from it. But at the moment, I believe, and don't quote me on this, the independent distributorship opportunities industry is having a second wind, I believe, and that is really since the blending of network and online marketing, where people who were into affiliate marketing or online marketing saw network marketing as just another stream for them, and the network marketer who looked at the internet and said, wow, I think I can do something with this. This has got to be easier than speaking to everybody at arm's length. But for me, I was kind of aspired to start my own business and become an independent distributor many years ago. However, the amount of money needed to start a traditional business was really the pushing point, which got me away from running a traditional business. However, it didn't stop my wife, who was as crazy as a bird, to start her own business, a traditional business of horse riding stables. It was not a cheap venture, and even though she had been running her own business for some years as a trainer and stuff like that, I did say to her, I said, look, you've got one shot at this, and if this doesn't work, I'm definitely not going to go through this heartache again, because that's what it became. It became like a yoke around her neck. And it's not as though she didn't enjoy the work. She loved the work. She loved run the stable. She loved all that aspect of it, and she had the skills, the knowledge, and she definitely had the passion for it. But her business partner let her down. Literally just walked out one day after about 6 months, leaving everything behind, which I thought was very unfair and very unfortunate for her. But nevertheless, I was very proud of her, considering the massive amount of failures there are in all businesses, regardless if it's online business or not. But at the same time, I was not surprised that things didn't go the way she wanted them to go. I questioned what made her pursue such a high-risk project in the first place. Of course, she loved the business, as I said, and the freedom and the passion for the horses is also another massive thing. Of course, she managed to recoup some of the money and kind of moved on with her life. Nevertheless, she still was left with outstanding loans and expenses she needed to repay. It was a bitter pill to swallow, I think, for her, because it was a dream, but she did fully understand at the time that she couldn't do it by herself. You know, if something goes wrong, you need someone who is willing to be fully committed to it. Well, the high risk, anyway, the high failure rates in these businesses is the key point. But as I was looking at her thinking, God, I'm glad I never got into that, even though it was costing me money anyway. Low cost and outgoings is something which attracted me to having an independent distributorship business. because it took a lot of the pressure away from me. I understand why people decide to start their own opportunities, and I have had some motivation to be, in most cases we have the motivation to be independent and financially self-reliant, which is a kind of thing we're looking for many years, I'm sure. And as time progresses, I saw the disadvantages of the traditional business, especially once my wife had kind of been through it, and so I'd felt it firsthand, and that was really the key point. The fact is, the average person, in my opinion, can no longer afford the expense to run a traditional business. That leaves them stuck in 9-to-5 jobs and without any chance of getting out, and generally they're going to hate the damn thing because they're stuck there. That's why a few years ago I started looking at various online business opportunities. Over time I found that there was many opportunities available out there, but it's the key is picking the right one. And I, of course, hope that it would give me the freedom to live the life I wanted. And what does that mean? Well, that means basically allowed me to travel more, allowed me to work wherever I wanted, and gave me financial freedom. All of these things are great. And in other words, becoming an independent distributor was going to tick all the boxes for me. Now, these boxes may not be the same for you, but that's what they were for me. And what should you know if you want to start running an independent distributorship opportunity? Well, if you want to start something like that, you should just know that this is not the easiest way to make money, but it is the cheapest way, I would say. However, if you're a business-minded self-starter who is strapped for cash, being an independent network marketer is for you, I believe. In my opinion, it's the best alternative to financing a traditional business. And here's the reasons why. And you can check this on the video later. The low startup cost is fantastic. Sometimes it can be as low as 30 euros, something like that. And then you've got the low business costs. So you don't need an office, you don't need vans or stuff like that. You can walk straight to your kitchen table if you really want to. And most of us have already got a laptop. Of course, the low, or at least, or in most cases, zero travel costs, which obviously you can add that onto food costs as well. The amount of people that go to a cafe for lunch and stuff like that, that's not going to happen anymore. You can get whatever's out the fridge, make your own sandwich if you need to. The next one is your personal actions will influence your success or failure. In other words, you are the boss. You are the direction of the business. And finally, the income in most cases is limitless. You can make as much as you want. The harder you work, the more money you make. Anyway, if you want to read the rest of the article, it tells you a lot more details about working online and stuff like that. Click on the link below and I will get back to you.